Hi guys, today I wanted to see a video from MOLT Marvel Snap that is called "These new cards are coming soon, they are wild," because in the thumbnail he had a Zabu image of the card Zabu that is supposedly coming today in the new season pass. So I wanted to see what he has to say about the card, and also he will probably talk about other data mined cards that will probably come soon, and I wanted to talk about those as well. But again, it seems it is the hot topic that Zabu is coming out today. I wanted to see what he's going to say about it, so let's check it out.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. My name is Michael, but you can call me Molt, and man, do we have a fun video for y'all today. This video is going to be talking about the next season. Not all of this information is confirmed, but this has been put out and has been data mined, so we know some information. But again, anytime that you have anything that is not publicly in the game and launched, things can change.
Of course, and the other way that you could know if it has been announced by the developers, you know, because we have had times where the cards are announced in anticipation and we know, but apart from that, things are always subject to change, especially in data mined scenarios.
Energy costs can change, keywords can change, power can change, all of that kind of stuff. So let's jump into this with an open.
My brother in here with the cock hat, brother. Nice, dude. Nice.
Open mind of excitement for the future of the game and new cards coming, new locations, all that kind of stuff. But also, let's remember the fact that not all of this is confirmed until we see it within the actual game. As per usual with these types of videos, comment down below how y'all feel about these new cards that are going to be coming out. What type of decks you think they can work in. And yeah, I know a lot of times I forget very obvious things in these videos. That's what you guys are here.
We all do, brother. We all do. And you are kind of on the heat on the moment, like recording your video, and you are launching your stuff, and you think you are saying it all, and then someone's comment leaves you a comment saying something really obvious that you should have said and you didn't, and you say, brother, I should have said that, brother. You kind of are grateful that they pointed out, but at the same time you are kind of, brother, I should have said it, you know. But that happens to all of us, bro.
Here for remind me down below about all of the cool combos and stuff that I end up missing out on. Let's get into it. So right off the rip here, we are on snap.fan. If you guys have never been to snap.fan, go check it out. Absolutely killer stuff over there. And as you can see right up at the top, welcome.
I have been on the site, but I gotta admit that I don't go there regularly. I use more SnapZone. I'm also not related to them, but I kind of go there often. But maybe I should go visit both sites. Maybe they have some stuff the other one doesn't have, and the other way around, you know, and that way I get more information.
Welcome to the Savage Land. First of all, these card backs are incredible.
I have to agree, my brother. I have to agree. I love those card backs. But the thing I wanna say here is that I love this Khazar. Oh, you guys can see there. Let me. There you go. There you go. That Khazar variant, brother. That Khazar variant is fucking awesome. I want that Khazar variant. You guys know that I don't care about variants, but I care about this one. This variant is cool. And if every card in the game had this style of art, I will get all those variants. And I see that there is a Storm here with kind of the same art, but the thing is that they changed her thing to adjust it to the jungle thing. And I don't mean about getting the jungle thing. I mean the kind of the drawing or the art style, you know. So if a Storm were the same old Storm, but in this style of drawing, that is what I'm talking about. All the cards in the game with this style of art, but without changing the theme, leaving them as they are, that would be fucking awesome for me, brother, because I love this art style. It's kind of realistic, and I don't know, this Khazar is awesome. I want this Khazar, and the same goes for this Zabu. This Zabu is great. Why would I use the base Zabu if I could use this variant that is a more intimidating tiger, you know? So the storm one is kind of cool, but they are changing the storm thing, and I don't like that, brother. I don't like that. But I'm getting completely away from the topic, so let's continue, brother.
I didn't even notice them until just now. These card backs are so sick. This one right here with the claw, absolutely nasty. So, Savage Lands, we have Zabu, I'm not too sure how to say it. And we're gonna start the new
I'm not sure either. I have been calling it Zabu, but I don't know, brother.
Year off in a great place. Now, the cards that we're expected to see, but again, they don't know for sure. We will be seeing Zabu. The other ones are Sauron, Shanna, or Shanna. Again, sorry for my mispronunciations. And then Dazzler. Let's take a look.
I would guess that we would see Shanna because she's from the Khazar universe. Well, all this is the Marvel universe, but you know, like the same topic or theme or whatever, the same series as Khazar. So I would guess that we should see the Shanna implemented this season, you know.
Look at those cards real quick. So Zabu right here is a ongoing that says your 4 cost cards cost 2 less. Now, guys, this is absolutely insane. Your 4 cost cards cost 2 less. Now, Zabu, I believe the lore behind Zabu is that he is Khazar's pet. I think.
Well, I have 2 things to say here. I love Khazar as a character. As a cat, I love him, but as a character, I also love him. Khazar is cool. And Zabu is cool, also cool, of course. And now about the power level, bro. This card seems to be insane. I don't know if it is going to launch as it is in right now, as we think he will launch. But if he does, he's insane, brother. Some of the most powerful cards in the game are 4 power cards, and right off the top of my head I could tell you Wong and Enchantress. Those are 2 of the best cards in the game, and those are 4 energy. And the other thing is that you could potentially play 3 4-cost cards on the 6th turn, and that is just bonkers. That is stupid. That is insane. So yes, this is really powerful, brother.
You know, that's correct. So a lot of times people will think immediately like, oh, Zabu, that's so that Khazar only costs 2. Think about all the insane 4-cost cards in the game.
Exactly.
That you can now play for 2. You've got Jubilee, you've got Darkhawk, you've got Rock Slide, if you have Darkhawk. You have Wong. You can also play Sarah, turn 5, and then final turn, literally.
I forgot that combo too, because you could take it down 1 more. So I said you could play without Sarah. You can play 3 4-cost cards on the last turn, but with Sarah you can play 6 because Zabu takes them to 2, and Sarah takes in another 1, and they stay at 1, and now you can play 6 1-cost cards. 4-cost cards that cost 1. It is stupid.
You can play 4-cost cards for 1 cost. Oh, a 1-cost Jessica Jones. Obviously, you wouldn't want to play that on final turn because it wouldn't proc. But before that, turn 4, 1-cost Jessica Jones. Wow. Or 2-cost Jessica Jones. Wow, thanks so much. That's awesome. Incredible. If you get Zabu down on turn 3, then turn 4, you can play 2 4-costs. Turn 5, you can play 2 4-costs and a 1.
Maybe we are overestimating how powerful this card is, because again, we all can make conjectures about the power level of cards, but rarely we are correct about the card, you know, unless it is really obvious. Like we all knew that M'Baku was gonna suck because it was really obvious, but about other cards it is really hard to know their power level, and people are oftentimes, or the majority of the time, wrong, and we only know what is possible when the card launches and when we can actually play with the card and see what happens in practice, you know. But I have to say, right now, as this card is displayed right here, this is insane, and this shouldn't launch like this, in my opinion. At least make it that 4-cost cards cost 1 less, you know, because I believe this is insane, brother. Maybe I am wrong again. That's why I preface it saying that we are oftentimes wrong. But I believe that making 4 cost cards cost 2 less, but with just a 3 cost card is a lot, and make it 1 less so I don't. And brother, I hope this doesn't launch like that. That is all that I'm going to say.
Cost, or Sarah, and then turn 6, you can play 3 4-cost cards. Insane. So many incredible things that you can do here that are just absolutely insane. I think Zabu is going to be sick. I'm really excited to see what Zabu can do for us.
Bro, there is a down hit variant. I always tell you guys that I love down hit variants. Let me put myself here because also MOLT is right here. I'm trying to get my cam in a place that it doesn't obstruct anything. I have probably done it already. Sorry for that. Let me change this bulging. There we go. I will link myself there. I don't care, brother. So this down hit variant, check that out. I love down hit variants, brother. I love it. Of course, this realistic tiger is probably better, you know. I don't know. So there you go.
It's because it's gonna be nuts. And look at all they already have a whole bunch of variants in here. Like that one's sick. Is there the Dan Hip one? Looks pretty cool. Looks like it's...
Bro, the Dan Hips variants are always the coolest, but that one that comes with the season pass, the realistic one that I told you guys earlier, is insane.
Been doing some shoulder presses and stuff, but let's look at the other cards. So if y'all watched my last video on new cards that were going to be coming out to the game, Sauron.
I haven't watched it, but I'm planning to do it, brother. I also have a video about my 5 favorite unreleased cards. You guys should watch that video because I talk about cool cards and I talk about card design and stuff, and it is really cool. I will leave it up here if I can. But I will probably watch the MOLT video too. Maybe he talks about one of the cards that I said are my favorite ones from the unreleased ones, you know.
Was one of the ones that I talked about, and then I saw this and I was like, wow, that's kind of funny. Sauron says, on reveal, remove the abilities from all ongoing cards in your hand and deck. I'm not going to get into this too much, but
well, this is like a better zero or a kind of a zero. You know, you put a bunch of cards that have bad ongoings in your deck and you remove them. Like, of course, the first thing you think about are Blizzard, Typhoid Mary, and Red Skull, but there are probably other things you could do, you know.
Sauron's pretty crazy, especially with Patriot type decks and all that kind of stuff. You would just have to have Patriot down and then Mystique down and then play Sauron, so it's kind of difficult there. But Sauron would get rid of things on Red Skull. Sauron would get rid of things on Ebony Maw. I saw some people comment and say it wouldn't work on Ebony Maw. It would, because Ebony Maw's ongoing is that you can't play it past turn 3. So if you remove that, you can play it past turn 3.
Well, I don't know. I have to look it up because the ongoing is you can't play cards. But I will look it up. Give me a second. So there we have it. You can play this after turn 3, and then the ongoing is you can play cards here. What I thought. So yes, Ebony Maw would work if you can make it before, you know, something like that, because you can play the card. You remove the ongoing, that is, you can play cards here, but you couldn't play him exactly. But maybe if you can cheat him out, or something like Jubilee or Log or something like that, but it is like too much trouble, you know. But let's keep watching the video.
So lots of cool things there with Sauron. Let's go check out the other cards. Next here, we've got Shanna or Shanna on reveal. Add a random 1-cost card to each location.
I will tell you, I love the art in this card. I love the way they are writing the typography on the name, you know, like the logo for the name. But I will tell you, I believe this card sucks. Why would I want random 1-cost cards in my other locations? And I am paying 4 energy for that. I don't like it. And I don't like things that crowd my locations. I don't like it. That is the truth. Maybe it will be cool and I am wrong, but at face value, I don't like it.
This does seem like obviously it would work in Khazar deck. That one's sick. That looks like an old.
That is the art that I'm telling you, brother. check that art out. That is some insane art. Now I want every card on the game having this art. But they are turning, they gave that art to the Storm, but they turned her into some jungle bullshit. No, brother, let her be the same old Storm, but with this realistic art style. This art style like old pulp magazines, you know, like the old stories like from fantasy and science fiction, like Conan the Barbarian and Isaac Asimov stories, you know. This art is awesome. Brother, now they hooked me. Now I want this art on all cards, but not turning them into younger cards.
Old school movie.
He said it, old school movie. All right.
It does seem like it would work in like a Khazar Blue Marvel deck, obviously. I think that it would also work really well with destroy decks also, but then again, it is turn 4. So what are you generally destroying on turn 5 with destroy decks? By that point, typically you will have already played Carnage, hopefully on turn 2 if you had it. Turn 3, hopefully Deathlock. Turn 4, you play Shanna. Turn 5, I guess you could play Killmonger, and then play Death and all that kind of stuff. So, interesting card there. Add a random 1-cost card to each location. Like, let's just say each of them have 2 power. That's 6. That pretty much makes Shanna a 4/8, but it also does fill out locations. So...
He doesn't like it either, brother. He doesn't want to say it like I said it, but he doesn't like it either, brother. It seems like it sucks, brother.
This one doesn't feel overpowered or anything like that, but I could be missing something, so let me know. And then another card that is believed to be coming out with this update is going to be Dazzler. Ongoing, if you have 4 cards at each other location, plus 6 power. A lot of people were saying that you played Dazzler and then Ultron, so like you could go Patriot, Mystique, Dazzler, Ultron, holy cow. And do that, and that would be kind of crazy. But I could also see it fitting with Shanna, throwing those in, having Squirrel, like having
exactly a Sudek that just tries to fill locations. These days I have been playing a Dracula deck, a Su Dracula deck with Zero and all kind of stuff that pretty often fills out the board, brother. And I'm not even trying to do it, so I can see this card getting in there on those type of decks that kind of always fill the board, you know, without it being your main objective. You can fill the board with a lot of decks without it being your main objective, so this card will be a nice addition to those decks, you know, and you get a lot of power without even trying. So I can see this card being cool.
Having Khazar, having Shanna, having Dazzler, Squirrel Girl, like lots of different things. I think that with these specific cards that you'd be able to fill up your locations. And even with Zabu, you would be able to play more 4 cards. Like you could play Dazzler for 2. What the heck? Insane, dude.
So this is the 4-cost card season, you know. This season we are going to see a bunch of 4-cost cards, brother. Prepare for that. This the Silver Surfer one was the 3-cost card, so now we are focusing on 4 cards, so prepare to see a lot of 5-cost cards in February, brother.
So much potential here. Super cool, but at the same time, here's something that I want to tell you guys, okay, because this is important. With Zabu being ongoing, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, great, this game's totally pay to win again. Because it's pay to win, because everyone's going to be playing Zabu and winning. Have you heard of Enchantress? Have you heard of Rogue? Oh, wow. Exactly. You didn't want to buy the Battle Pass? That's great. I did. I wanted to spend money because I want to support the game because I think they're doing a great job. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. You don't have to spend money in games like this. In fact, this is an extremely free-to-play game. But would you like the Battle Pass for free? Would you like Zabu for free? Well, then bring Rogue. Literally bring Rogue. I know that, yes, you might not draw into it. You might not have Rogue as you're playing. But I want to encourage you guys, those of you who get disappointed when new cards like this come out and you don't have it, if you think everyone's going to be playing it, then build a deck to counter it and beat them.
And I'm thinking exactly that, brother, because last month when Silver Surfer launched and I got Silver Surfer and I started playing with Silver Surfer, I started facing a lot of Silver Surfer decks because everybody was playing Silver Surfer. So I went into a lot of mirror matches and the games were crazy because we all were kind of learning how to play with Silver Surfer. So I'm thinking right now, brother, I kind of want to play Zabu, but I prefer of capitalizing on people playing Zabu, so I will build a deck to try to counter Zabu, you know, because I'm not in a hurry to play with him, and I know a lot of people right out of the gate will be playing with him, so I can capitalize on that and get some free ranks, you know. So that is my plan right now, and I am advising you to do that, to do it too. If you aren't getting the season pass, just go for it, and if you are getting the season pass, if you are in a big hurry to play with Zabu, capitalize on that. Almost everyone is going to be playing him, and you can counter it.
Like, yeah, it'll be fun to play.
How can you counter it? We already talked about it. Enchantress and Rogue. Those are two cards that counter him. And, of course, maybe there will be other type of bullshit that can counter him too that I can't remember.
But bring a deck to counter it and beat them. And think about this. If you have Zabu in your deck, and you face another Zabu player and you're playing Rogue and you steal theirs,
that's insane.
Then your 4-cost cards are gonna be free. They won't be free because I believe that the minimum cost is
1.
4, or the minimum cost is 1. But if you would double Zabu down, then yeah, minimum is 1. Then you're good to go. Think about that. You could play Zabu and then Mystique. Oh, bro, you can.
Bro, I've been calling him Zabu, but I kind of like that Zabu pronunciation. Maybe I will start calling him Zabu because that is cool. Even if it's called Zabu sounds cool, brother.
You can play Zabu, Mystique,
yes,
Ant-Man, and then something else, and just rip it up. Oh man, I'm stoked. But I just want to say that to encourage those of you who don't spend money in this game. I understand that it is a privilege to be able to spend money in video games and to buy video games. But for those of you who complain about things being pay to win when this game is not pay to win, what you have to understand is that
this is a complex topic. This is a complex topic, the pay to win thing. And I do believe that it is not pay to win because you can get almost everything for free, and the things you get for free are powerful enough to win. So you aren't per se buying more, you aren't buying power that somebody playing for free can't get. So that makes it that it is not little pay to win, but it is pay to progress faster. That is true, brother, and we can't get anything around that. And if they somehow release a Series 5 card that is too strong, let's say they release this is a completely hypothetical, you know, but let's say they release a card that I'm going to say something crazy just to make the example. I know this isn't going to happen. 1-cost card, 20 energy, indestructible, something like that. I don't know. And that card releases in Series 5. Well, then the game becomes pay to win because only some people will be able to get it, you know. And that's why the Series 5 system is kind of dangerous, you know, and they have to tread carefully with that. But as things stand right now, I would agree that the game isn't pay to win, but it is pay to progress a lot faster.
Truly, you should be thanking the people that are spending money in the game, because if they didn't, then none of us would be playing this. And I know that that might sound annoying, whatever. You're just some old guy talking. No. If I didn't spend money in this game, if nobody spent money in this game, then it wouldn't exist. So people who are free to play, who are complaining about pay to win players, need to take a step back and be like, do I wish that I had?
That is true. That is true. But there is a balance. You know, this is a spectrum, because at the same time, huge whales are kind of indulging in a behavior that makes second dinner think that some predatory practices are okay, like those expensive bundles and this token shop bullshit, you know. it is true that paying players are funding the game, so free-to-play people could exist, because if everyone was free-to-play, the game doesn't generate money and the game dies. That is true. I completely agree with that. But this is a spectrum. At the same time, there are some huge whales that are telling to Second Dinner, it is okay if you do this expensive bullshit because we are going to buy it anyway. And then they create the stuff that will be only accessible for a certain group of people, and that the vast majority of the player base can't access because it is too expensive, it is too stupid, or whatever. So there is a balance in there. But I do agree that that supporting the game is something positive. But as you guys know, I only buy the season pass. Yes, I buy the season pass every month, but that is all that I do. And brother, I don't know, but Netflix is one of the hugest or bigger platforms in the world, and they just charge like $10 or $15 a month, and they are fine. Of course, they have a huge amount of subscriptions, I know that, but they are doing 5 with people just spending $10-15 a month. So getting the battle pass in Marvel Snap for $10 a month, I believe it is support enough, brother. Of course, you can spend more money on the game, that is fine, but that's all I wanted to say for now.
These cards that they have, yeah, does it suck that I don't get to play them because maybe I can't spend money in this game? Yeah, that really sucks. But at least I get to play it. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for spending money. Now, the deck that the person who wrote this...
Yes, again, I agree. But at the same time, he's making it sound like they are doing... Like, I don't know, they are doing us a favor. Second Dinner is doing us a favor because the game is free to play or something like that, brother. Almost every game right now launches free to play because it is easier to put the foot on the door and then make people spend on the game. So they know what they are doing. They aren't doing us a favor by letting us play the game, brother, because that is just a business tactic. Let's not be naive here. But yes, I am grateful I can play the game, of course. But at the same time, let's not be naive either, brother.
That they're suggesting is a Darkhawk deck. They don't even have Darkhawk, but this is just kind of a potential that you could have here, to where you could go Korg turn 1, nothing.
Bro, this deck looks really cool, bro. I wanna try this deck. Of course I can't because I don't have Darkhawk or Shuri. I do have Absorbing Man. Oh, but this deck looks really cool. I love this concept. I really want to play Darkhawk, and that is what I love about this deck. Not the Zabu or the Zabu. Sorry, there's the Zabu. I really love that pronunciation, brother. I really love that pronunciation. But the Darkhawk thing, I really love this concept about giving your opponent rocks and maybe playing the Black Widow and not letting them draw and playing a big Darkhawk. I think that archetype is cool.
Nothing turn 2, turn 3.
And by the way, I made a video one day saying what my the 3 archetypes that I want to see implemented in the game. And in that video, way before Darkhawk was even datamined, I said that I want a payoff to make the opponent to clock the opponent's deck, and then they launched Darkhawk. So they helped me out, brother. Of course, probably the card was already created by that, designed by that point, but it is cool that I said something and it came into the game, you know. It was not because of me, but that it happened, you know.
Zabu, turn 4, you probably would want to hide Darkhawk, so I would say turn 4, if potential, like depending on what you have in your hand, you go Wong, Dark Slide. Turn 5, you play Sarah. And then turn 6, you could play Jubilee, Absorbing Man, like so much stuff. I think there is a lot of potential with this style of deck.
Obviously, what you're trying to do with this deck is just play everything so a strong guy is free. So I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys were playing the game in that time period, but there was a time where Hellcow and a strong guy costed 2 energy. It was the same card as they are right now with the same ability and the same power, but they costed 2 energy. So they were considered one of the best cards in the game. Hellcow discarded 2 cards and gave you 6 power and only costed 2 energy. So there was an archetype when you discarded everything and played everything, and Hellcow and Songai were played in there, and Songai was a 2-8, a 2-10 or something insane like that. So it was really powerful. So what this deck is trying to do is take us back to those times, because Zabu will make us cost 2 energy again. So that is what they are trying to do here, of course.
I think I would probably put Mystique in here, even though it would cost 3 and would kind of mess up the full potential. But I think if you don't draw into Zabu, this deck is terrible, because you only get to play turn 4, 5, and 6, and that isn't really what you're looking for. So it's good.
Well, if you play Sarah, you could still be looking at 2 4-cost cards on the last turn, and that can be cool. And the Darkhawk, you of course, maybe you have to do some tweaks in here, but I could see something like this working, because the Darkhawk is an alternative win condition, you know.
Good thinking about Zabu and the potential there, but you also have to build a deck planning to not draw Zabu until maybe turn 5, and being able to build around that. But if this does draw into Zabu in your starting hand or by turn 3, so like you have 4, 5, 6 cards, so half of your deck, there's potential to get there, but who really knows if you're going to or not. I'm actually really excited about this, and I think that this is going to shake up some things in the meta. I love ongoing cards because they're just fun. Yes, people can counter them. That's kind of the whole point. And honestly, for those of you who, I hear a lot of people complaining about Cosmo. If you're complaining about Cosmo, then play ongoing stuff. And this is a potential for that to happen.
I only complain about the leader, brother. I only complain about the leader. Of course, I have complained about Aero, about Devil Dino. I know some people don't talk much about Devil Dino, but I think Devil Dino is insane, because he gives you almost always more than 10 power for 5 energy, and that is kind of, you know, yes, he can be countered. Yes, you have to make sure that you have stuff on your hand, but when you play him, you know that you will have stuff on your hand. So yes, those are the 3 cards I complain about the most. I don't really complain about the tech cards, but that is a topic that we should talk about, because tech cards are maybe too good in this game. Cosmo is really good, Enchanter is really good, Killmonger is really good, Armor is really good. So yes, maybe they could use a power adjustment, like Cosmo at 3-2 would still be played. Like, why wouldn't you play Cosmo at 3-2? There is no way you don't play him, because you don't play Cosmo because of the power. You play him because of the ability, and the ability will still be useful if you reduce it in power. But what is happening right now is that you play him for the ability, but you still could, if you don't need the ability, you could still use him for the power, and that is stupid, because that is not what tech cards are for in the majority of card games, you know. So yes, maybe tech cards could use a little hit in power, but I don't complain about those as much. I only complain about the leader, because the leader is anti-fun. Just because the leader is not fun, brother. The leader is not fun.
And I think that's pretty cool. So I'm excited for this. I think that Zabu looks really cool, and Zabu, again, apologies if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. But let me know how you feel about those 4 cards.
Cool,
what you think about them. Let me know how you feel about all of this kind of stuff. And y'all, like, literally this is going to be a sick battle pass. I also can't wait until they come out with codes like other games have, like Epic Games, all Supercell games, to where you guys can support your favorite creators by throwing in their code. To where you buy the battle pass for $9.99, and it always costs you $9.99, but maybe I get $1 from it if you use code MOLT or something. And then if 1,000,
brother, I was thinking the other way around. Like, if you can buy a code and send it to a viewer, you know, maybe you can do that right now with Google. How do you call that bullshit in English? Balance, with Google Balance. But I don't know. It is cooler if I can just give a viewer right away the battle pass, you know, like do a little giveaway or whatever. And I have a little battle pass here for you guys. So let's roll it, you know. And that would be cool if you could do that. Maybe you can get around that with Google Balance. I don't know, but that kind of complicates things. But that's what I thought when he said about when he talked initially about the codes, brother. Like it is cool if we can make giveaways and whatever for viewers, you know. But what he's saying is also cool. Why not?
1,000 of you guys did that. That would be $1,000 that would go to me as I continue trying to build this channel. And it wouldn't cost you anything. It would just cost second dinner $1.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool. But that isn't out yet. I'm hoping that type of stuff comes out so that we can really commit more to growing this community so that a lot of people can go full-time, because a lot of your favorite creators are not full-time at this.
Your boy right here, your boy right here is not even close. Your boy right here has to work a full-time job, brother. But it is cool. I know the day will come when I will be able to work. I know there will come a day where this will be my job. Of course, I want it to come soon, but it is cool. The day will come. Right now, it is rough because, believe it or not, creating content takes a lot of time. You don't know it until you do it. You say, oh, this dude is only making videos and whatever, brother. Making videos takes a lot of time, and if you think that I do, that also takes a time, and then you have to work your real job, and it is. And it gets crazy, my brother. I'm not complaining at all. This is cool and having fun. I'm just telling you guys how it is, you know. So yes, your boy here has to work, and this isn't my job at all because my YouTube channel isn't even monetized. So whatever. But I know that they will come, brother. I know that they will come.
And I want to see them go full time. And I think that Second Dinner wants to see them go full time. I'm sorry, I'm congested. I think Second Dinner wants to see them go full time because that just means more content and more.
Exactly, and people that make games want content for the game being created because that makes the game more popular, that gives support to the game and whatever, and that is cool for the company, brother.
Growing of the game. I don't know why I just randomly was talking about that, but looks pretty cool. I'm actually excited about this update. I think it looks pretty rad. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Brother Mod, this was a cool video. I liked it, brother. So now I'm more excited about watching the other one when you talk about the other datamined cards, brother. I will do that. This was a cool video because you also talk about other things, and that made me talk about other things. So it was a cool conversation. Thank you very much for this video, MOLT or Michael. Thank you very much. It was a cool video. And for you guys, if you are still here, I know this was a long one. Thank you for being here. You guys are fucking awesome. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. As we were talking right now, this is rough making it on YouTube, so please help me out. Again, you guys are awesome. You guys are fucking awesome. God bless you. And remember, as the great Bill Hicks said, this is just a ride.